Pre-Algebra. Welcome back to another edition of our screencast series. We're on lesson 2 of chapter 9, area of circles. So once again, we're looking at pi. What's different about today's formula as opposed to circumference is that there were two formulas, 2 pi r or pi d, because 2r is d, right? 2 radii equal 1 diameter. Diameter goes all the way through. Radius is half of the way through. Today's formula only uses radius. So if you get the diameter, you got to chop it in half to get the radius. Then you can use that number. So let's take a look here. This one that gives us the radius. This one gives us the diameter. So let's take a look how it works. A equals pi r squared. What's r? It's 11 squared. So let's check it out. The easy as 11 squared pi. Okay. Might be hard for you to see there because it's backwards, but it's 11 squared pi equals 380.1 meters squared. Now notice I said meters squared because we're talking about area. Area is two-dimensional space, so you have to have two-dimensional units to the second power. All right, over here we're given the diameter, so first thing we have to do is chop it in half to get the radius. The radius, therefore, is 4.1. So we're going to do pi 4.1 squared. Okay, it's not terribly difficult. You just have to remember to use that handy little squared button right there, x squared. So 4.1 squared pi equals 52.8 inches squared in this case. You can also write square inches if you prefer that. Instead of inches to the second power, you can write square inches. Now, what do you do if it's part of a circle? If you look at this table here, the tabletop has a radius of 1.5 feet. So here to here is 1.5. What's the area? It's half a circle. So when we do this, we're going to do 1.5 squared, and you can either times by half or divide your answer by 2. Whatever makes more sense to you, because half is the issue. I always go with a fraction because what if it's 3/4 of a table or 1/4, whatever. You just always multiply by whatever fraction it is. So 1.5 squared pi times a half is 3.5 feet squared. Okay. It's a weird looking table, but this is for good at putting up against a wall. Okay, circle tables don't go up against the wall nicely. 2b is just like that. So the only difference is to give you the diameter. So you're going to chop that in half and get 7. So it's 7 squared pi times a half gives you 77 because the 10th place rounds up to the next whole feet squared. All right, now what do you do if you have a problem like this where you have a shape cut out of another shape and you just want the shaded area? So in this case, we have a circle, and inside the circle is another circle. So the first circle is 30 feet across, so we want the radius. The second is 2 feet across, we want the radius. So what we're going to do is we're going to take 15 squared pi minus pi. 1 squared is 1, so we don't even really need to do that, okay? Save yourself some time. 15 squared pi minus pi equals 703.7 feet. Okay, I was having trouble finding the unit again, feet squared. So what we did there is we took this little shaded circle out of the bigger circle. Bigger circles here, little circles there. Because 1 times 1 is 1 times pi is pi. All right, that's it. If you have any questions, shoot me an email, message me on Canvas, talk to me in class. Do whatever it takes to dominate this lesson. Talk to you soon.